What's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode. It's hot, but I want to show you what I've been doing to my Harley Davidson Street 750. The first real motorcycle I've had. I've only made one video on it. It didn't do well. I'm not expecting this to do well, but let me see if I can get you excited or at least interested in motorcycles if you're not already. Back in the messy garage. Here's the bike. It looks a little bit different than last time, so I want to go over some of the mods and I'll drop all of the links in the description for Amazon where I got most of this stuff. So if you have a bike like this and you want to get parts, you can just click those links. I do get a little bit of commission from Amazon, so you can support me in that way. I really appreciate it. We'll just kind of start forward and go backwards with all the different modifications and what they've done. The next mod I'll be doing are tires. These are oversized just by a little bit. That'll make it handle a lot better than these very old tires. I went with the Shinko for the front, 120/70/17. These were recommended off a forum, sizing and brand, as well as the Shinkos for the back, 160/80/15. So a little bit bigger than stock rubber. So it'll sit a little bit higher, look a little bit better, and I'm really excited for it. Starting in the front, we have some EBC pads. I popped in there, super easy. Everything on this is like a hex drive or there's like an Allen key. So everything on the bike's really easy to modify. So I got those in there. Stops a lot better. They are the sintered ones, I think they're called. It was about like 50 bucks for 2 pads, which is a little pricey, but they work really well. In the last video, I did an oil change, and more recently, I did spark plugs. I did NGK Iridium spark plugs. You do have to lift the tank a little bit to get to them. And man, the thing fires up, sounds a lot better, just runs a lot better in general. I deleted the boots. That's something a lot of people do. The rubber boots just don't look good. Yes, it'll get dirtier, but I can clean it. It's not gonna be a big deal. And then what a lot of people have noticed, the fairing, it kind of cleans up the front end. It is the stock style fairing, but I do like it. At first I wasn't sold on it, but now that I have it on there, this was a replica for like 40 bucks, and it's like pretty nice. It mounts pretty nicely with like 2 screws and then just some like grommets at the bottom, and it went on just like a factory one, and it just looks really good, gives a little bit better profile. I do have some new turn signals for the front and the rear. I haven't put on yet. I'll show you those in a minute. Right now, I have the bike on the stand because I was trying to fit these black shocks instead of the silver ones, and they don't quite fit, even though they're supposed to. So looking into that still. I took off the crash bars. I also upgraded to this little bit louder horn, has a better tone. And yeah, with all the crash bar stuff out, there's just a lot more space in there. I've upgraded to these billet foot pegs, whatever you want to call them, foot rests. And I have a pair for the passenger as well. I haven't put on yet. And yeah, they just look a lot better. I have taken off this rack a few times. It kind of gives the bike a cleaner look, but it is super useful for a second passenger and just having that storage area for when I go and get stuff. I carried a Sonos speaker on here, some Target stuff, all kinds of random stuff. It's really come in handy. I put this gel pad on. I'm kind of trying it out. I don't love it. I don't like how it looks. What I'm actually gonna do, and I've ordered the parts, is take off all this leather, I think it's vinyl, and put a gel pad in the foam. So you cut out some of the foam for a motorcycle seat, you put a gel pad. I'm probably gonna reshape this just to be kind of like an actual, like not a slope up, just a nice flat for me, just so I have like kind of a backing to go against. So it doesn't feel like it's just riding up into nowhere. And I think that's gonna be a lot comfortable on my back. My tailbone hurt after a 70-mile ride, so I definitely want to address that. And I also got some really nice brown stitched, dark brown stitched material that I'm hoping to cover the foam in and just make this look a little bit nicer. I think the burgundy, whatever this is called, red, will go nice with the brown, just make it look a little bit more upscale as far as a basic Harley goes. Back here, not too much has changed. Like I said, I do have some different turn signals I want to put on. I think I'm gonna try to cut this, leave the brake light, put a metal bracket for the license plate, and then put the turn signals on the metal bracket. So deleting some of that kind of plasticky stuff. Up here's a big change too. You might notice the bars are higher, I had the 2-inch risers, returned them, got the 3.5 inch, and man, that brings it perfectly far back enough to where I'm not overextending. It's right where I need it to be. I got these aftermarket mirrors that honestly just look cooler. They're not as scootery. They're just more aerodynamic. I do eventually want to flip them under here. It's just a little hard with this bike because everything's one piece. So you either have to switch the brake and the clutch, and I don't really want to do that. I want to try to find like an adapter that can go on here and fit this weird bolt pattern, thread pattern, and then come off. I just haven't really put the research into that, but everything I found so far wasn't going to work and I had to return it. So right now, these are good. And I really do like this upgrade. This is awesome for longer rides. It is a wireless charger phone holder with a vibration damper. It's very solid, very sturdy, goes right on the handlebar. And then it's off right now, but when I turn the bike on, it will charge the phone, and it runs under, I kind of ran it under the tank to the battery. So it's directly connected to the electrical system, charges the phone while you're riding. It's awesome. Next will be some upgraded pads for the rear, although they're still fine. Still have the Vance & Hines. It's a little loud, but getting used to it. And then under here is actually a K&N style circle air filter instead of that one. And you can't see it, but it does seem to work better and just sound better. Another thing on the handlebars, forgot to mention, Vans grips. I mentioned in the last video, I bought these for the Navi and they were too big, so I just had them laying around. Well, they were perfect for this. 7/8 on this side, because it's right on the metal bar. I did put a little bit of tape just to really snug it up. And then this side was really hard to get onto the throttle tube, but it's a 1-inch, so it's perfect. They feel great, easy to grip. Your hands do get a little sweaty if you're not using gloves, but other than that, it's really good. Now these were rotating on me, and I realized the inside peg was broken, and I think that was just done previously by accident, maybe by previous owners. So I ordered all new controls and just used the tops. So I do have the bottom and all the cabling or wiring that I can replace if these ever go bad. So it's kind of nice to have some extra spare parts with it, but now those do not move and they're not shifting on me, where if I do throttle too hard, it's not gonna move. You can see I'm just in here sweating. So the plan next is to get the new tires on. It has new coolant, new oil, new spark plugs. This thing's pretty much set, especially with new brakes. Get it inspected, Pennsylvania inspected, so it's all good to go. And then, yeah, and then it's pretty much ready for Bike Week in September. Gonna be going down to Ocean City, Maryland with my friend Steve and go to Bike Week, which is really like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So kind of bike weekend, but I'm really excited to go down there and just ride around, cruise with Steve. Maybe we'll go to like Assateague Island, just get some cool pictures and just have a good time. Especially now that I have a real motorcycle, I want to bring it down there. Here's some of the other mods I was talking about. This license plate bracket from Kemimoto, and it has a light, so that's what I'm going to be doing, some custom stuff to get that to fit. Just look a lot better back there, kind of do a tail tidy, leave the original brake light, but I'm going to be using these, which look pretty much like this, but red. And so they'll have amber in the middle, and they'll come on with the brake light as well. I need to wire those up. And then the turn signal will be LED and look really cool. Now these are actually for the front of the bike. I got to figure out how to put them on there. I haven't gotten there yet, but these are like a white halo running light and then amber turn signal. So those should look really cool. And all this stuff is from Amazon. I'm not sure I ever mentioned it, but I did get a new helmet. This was my old modular Amazon one that was like 80 bucks or something. It's okay. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't good either. And I got something a little better. You know, I didn't want to go for the showy, with however you pronounce it. They were like $500. It's a little much when I'm trying to kind of get the bike where it needs to be. And there was really no problems with that one, other than it's only DOT rated, where this is Snell rated and DOT approved and all that. So it has venting, better noise cancellation. It's just more solid. And then I went with the Cardo Spirit HD, which sounds really good for rides. So overall, a 200 plus 161, whatever that was. So like under $400 for the Cardo and the helmet, rather than just the helmet for $500. So it's a little bit of a budget setup, but I am a beginner and I'm not trying to spend $1,000 on a helmet right now. So before I sweat to death, I'm gonna end this video. Those are all the mods I have right now. I'm also still working on my Ford Ranger, trying to get that ready to go. And yeah, it's been kind of crunch time. I haven't had a lot of time this summer to do all these things, and I've just been doing it as I can, like always. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to see more, comment below what you think of the bike and the progress. And yeah, I'm gonna keep working on it as these mods come in. I got a nice tail bag coming, and just really set it up for my riding style and for what I'm looking to do. So with all that said, I want to say thank you for watching and keep those wheels turning.